everything to try to hide it, till I heard the prophets prophesy. I was blinded, yeah, I was blinded, yeah. Searching for the truth, couldn't find it. Did everything to try to hide it, till I heard the prophets prophesy. I was blinded, yeah, I was blinded, yeah. Searching for the truth, couldn't find it. Did everything to try to hide it, till I heard the prophets prophesy. I was blinded, yeah, I was blinded, yeah. Living in a country full of violence. What they did was they try to keep it silent, but you still hear the gunshots and the sirens. Young is dying, being misguided, moving all this way, nothing to do with they dying. Trapping with a ladder, got me thinking he a giant, till he get down like David the Goliath. I'm tired of us being divided, born with each other when we strong and united. Spiritually we dead and our soul ain't reviving.
Shalawam, shalawam, shalawam. All praises be to the Father, Yahawah. Like he said, I was blinded, searching for the truth, I couldn't find it. Once again, let's give all praises be to the Father, Yahawah, and his only begotten Son, our brother, our friend, Hamashiach Yahawashi. Shalawam to all of the Ox out there, the Ahchwaths out there, the whole nation of Israel, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Greetings, my brethren. I have a good lesson here today. And before we get into it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe and share so we can get this message out to edify one another, edify the nation. This lesson is going to be called We Were Made Ahchyam, or we were made, if you don't know what that word Ahchyam means, we were made powers. We were made a God. And I'm going to get into that a little bit. Hopefully you stay tuned. Like I say, hit that like button, subscribe, share, and let's dive right into it. I was blinded, searching for the truth. I couldn't find it. Well, we got it right here in the scriptures, from Genesis to Revelations. We're going to start off with Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1. As always, the rewards of wisdom. My son, forget not my law, but let thy heart keep my commandments. For length of days, long life, and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them upon thy neck, write them upon the table of thy heart. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of the Most High Yahawah and man. Trust in Yahawah with all thy heart. Trust in Yahawah with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. Once again, lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear Yahawah and depart from evil. Once again, like I said, we're going to go into these scriptures and see how we were made. Ahchyams are made gods. Let's get into it. James chapter 1, verse 1. It said, James is servant of the Most High Yahawah and of the Master Yahawashi Hamashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greetings, my brethren. Count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. So this is James, and he's writing to the 12 tribes of Israel scattered abroad. And that's who this message is for. This is for the 12 tribes of Israel scattered abroad. If you are not from the 12 tribes of Israel, this message is not for you. Otherwise, you will not be a so-called God or Ahchyam. So let's jump down to verse 13. Actually, I'll start at 12. And it says, Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which is very important, which the master hath promised to them that love him, right? So you will receive that crown of life if you endure temptation. We have to endure temptation. Verse 13, let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High. For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil. So the Most High Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil. There's nothing evil. Say it with me again. Evil. There's nothing evil that can tempt the Most High Yahweh. There's nothing. Not one single thing. And it says, neither tempteth he any man. So the Most High doesn't tempt you with any evil. If he can't be tempted with any evil, and you are part of him, you shouldn't be tempted with any evil. But verse 14 says, but every man, listen to this, but every man is tempted. So how is man tempted? Here it is right here. Here's the key. Here's the key to the lock to open the door. Yahawashi said he is the door. And if you try to come up any other way, you a thief and a robber. So here is the key to the door. Slide it in, unlock that door, and walk through. It says right here, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. So the key is that we are drawn away from our own lust, meaning it's inside of us. It's something inside of us that draws us away from the Most High. It's not the Most High tempting us. It's our own self. It's our own lust that's deep inside of us. It says in the Apocrypha, let me see. I believe it's in the book of Sirach, chapter 4, and it says that an evil seed was sowed. Let me see. Hold on. I don't want to quote it, and then it's not. Let me see. I believe it's either that. Let me see. What? Okay, let me keep thinking, because I'm gonna go to it. I have to remember where it is, but I don't want to get off of this right here. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust have conceived, the lust from your own self have conceived, it bringeth forth what? Sin. Because now you lusted, and you was drawn away by your own lust. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Right? So in Genesis, when he said if you eat from that tree, it'll bring forth death, you will die. And it says, do not err, my beloved brethren. Every good gift and perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom no variableness, neither shadow of turning. My focus is on 13 to 16 though. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High Yahweh, for the Most High Yahweh cannot be tempted. Now, let's go to Matthew chapter 4. Matthew 4, this is the temptation of Yahawashi. This is the temptation of Yahawashi. And we're going to get into it. That one evil seed was sowed in Adam. Okay. I thought it was Sirach, but it's Second Ezra. Here it is. It's Second Ezra chapter 4. I knew it was in 4. Here it is right here. For that grain of evil seed have been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much more ungodliness have it brought up unto this time, and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come. Right? So that's very important. This is what James is talking about right here. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High, for the Most High Yahawah cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. He said he is drawn away by his own lust. Now that lust is that evil seed that was planted in Adam. But we're going to get into that. I don't want to jump too far ahead. Okay, Matthew 4:1. This is the temptation of Yahawashi. Then was Yahawashi led up in the Rakah, or the spirit, into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered, meaning he craved, right? He was weak. He wanted something. And when the tempter, notice the tempter waited 40 days and then he came. And when the tempter came, he said, if thou be the son of the Most High Yahawah, command these stones to be made bread. But Yahawashi answered. How did he answer? With the law, with the Torah, with the word of the Most High Yahawah, our Father. It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but, so you can't live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High. So how did he fight off that temptation? How did he maneuver from that temptation? He went to the law and he quoted the law to the devil to show him that I know the law and I follow the Most High, Yahawah. I'm not listening to what you're saying. I'm not enticed by what you're saying. I'm not going to be led away by what you're saying. I'm going to the words of the Most High, Yahawah. Now, where did he go? Let's get it. Deuteronomy chapter 8. We'll start at verse 2. And thou shalt remember all the way which Yahweh thy Allah led thee. Look at these. Look at this right here. Led thee these 40 years. Notice how Yahawashi was in the wilderness for 40. He was led away, and he fasted for 40 days. And it says right here, for these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thy what? Heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. And he humbled thee and suffered thee to what? Hunger. Just what Yahawashi was just talking about, right? The devil talking about, come turn these stones into bread, and fed thee with manna which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doeth not live by bread only, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High Yahawah doeth man live. So he's quoting Deuteronomy right here, chapter 8, verse 3. Deuteronomy 8 and 3, this is what Yahawashi is quoting. Man doeth not live by bread only. Okay, so this is what Yahawashi quoted to the devil when he told him basically, get up off of me, right? You can't tempt me. Why couldn't he be tempted? Because he was walking in the spirit of the Most High. And the Most High, when you walking in his spirit, it says in James, we just read it, that you cannot be tempted with evil, because the Most High cannot be tempted with evil. Let's go to Genesis chapter 39, right? And we'll start at verse 6. Genesis 39, talking about, this is about Joseph. Everybody know who Joseph is that was in Egypt, right? So it says, and he left all that he had to Joseph's hand, and he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eye upon Joseph. And she said, lie with me. So his wife wanted to have sex with Joseph. But he refused and said unto his master's wife, behold, my master walked it not. What is with me in his house? Meaning he left me everything in his house, and he have committed all that he have to my hand. There is none greater in the house than I. Neither had he kept back anything from me but thee. So the master had gave him everything in his whole house except his wife. He was right up under the master because thou art his wife. So he couldn't give the wife to him because that was his wife, which goes against the law, even though these were Egyptians, right? But Joseph knew the law. How then can I do this great, what did he call it? Wickedness. So it would be wicked to sleep with another man's wife and sin against, let me highlight that whole thing, and sin against the Most High Yahawah, right? And it came to pass, as she spake to Joseph day by day, day by day. So she didn't give up. She wanted him bad. So she tried day after day after day, that he hearkened not unto her. So she was tempting him day after day. Not just one time, not just 2 times, not just 3 times, but day after day she kept tempting him, that he hearkened not unto her to lie by her or to be with her. So Joseph did not listen to her. Why? Because he was a servant of the Most High Yahawah. He knew who the Most High Yahawah was because his dad was who? Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. So he knew who the Most High was. And he followed the Most High. And he wasn't going to go against the Most High. So he couldn't be tempted by this evil woman that came to him day by day and wanted to have sex with him and lay with him while she was married. A wicked woman. And it came to pass about this time that Joseph went into the house to do his business, and there was none of the man of the house there within. And she caught him by his garment, saying, lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out. So she caught him that day, grabbed him by his garment, told him, look, lay with me, have sex with me. When he fled out of there, he ran out of there. He left his shirt or his garment there. And it says, and it came to pass when she saw that he had left his garment in her hand and was fled forth, that she called unto the man of her house and spake unto them, saying, see, he have brought a nigger into he have brought an Hebrew unto us to mock us. You might say, well, why did he say nigger? Why did he say that word? Well, Hebrews were called black people in the Bible. Even in the New Testament, Hebrews, Israelites were called nigger, which meant black or black person or black people. So anyway, he have brought an Hebrew unto us to mock us. He came in unto me to lie with me, and I cried with a loud voice. So she's lying. In this world that we have lived in these situations right here, who has this happened to over and over and over and over and over and over again? The so-called black man, the so-called African American man, the so-called Negro man. By who? The so-called Edomite man, the so-called Edomite woman. This has happened time and time again. This story is written in the Bible thousands and thousands of years ago, and yet it's still prevalent today. That they call wolf, Emmett Till, right? So many other brothers and sisters that have been lynched, set on fire, cut in half, burned, of a so-called Edomite woman saying he looked at me, he stared at me, he tried to lie with me. But listen what happened. And it came to pass when he heard that I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled and got him out. And she laid up his garment by her until her master came home. Basically until her husband came home. And then she went on and lied and said, and she spake unto him according to these words, saying, the Hebrew servant which thou hast brought unto us came in unto me to mock me. And it came to pass, as I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled out. And as you can see, Joseph was in prison. And it came to pass when his master heard the words of his wife, which she spake unto him, saying, after this manner did thy servant to me, that his wrath was kindled, meaning he was very, very angry, and this is why he threw Joseph in jail. Okay, but the moral of the story is, I went a little deeper than I wanted to, but the moral of the story is that Joseph was not tempted by this woman to do wickedness or do evil. Let's go to Genesis 22. Genesis 22. And it came to pass, this is about Isaac, and it came to pass after these things that the Most High did tempt Abraham, and said unto him, Abraham. And he said, behold, here I am. Remember, the Most High in James chapter 1, the Most High cannot be tempted of evil, neither do he tempt any man of evil. Listen to this very clearly. And he said, take now thy son, thy only son, Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. And Abraham rose early in the morning and saddled his ass, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and the calf of wood, and for the burnt offering, and rose up and went into the place of which the Most High had told him. Right? So Abraham is getting down. He got everything that he needs. Let's jump down to verse 10. And Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son Isaac. And the Malach of Yahawah called unto him out of the Shemayim, out of the heaven, and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here I am. And he said, lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest the Most High Yahawah, seeing that thou hast not withheld thy son, thy only son, from me. So the Most High told Abraham, don't touch that child. But Abraham was willing, as we see right here, to lay hands on his son for the Most High. He loved the Most High more than his only son. And Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to kill his son. And then the Most High sent the Malach to step in and said, don't lay a hand on him. So what does that show us? That Abraham loved the Most High more. He could not be tempted with the evil to love his child more than the Most High. Let's get that. You might say, well, wait a minute. That's not right. Hold on. Let's get that. I'm going to get that for you real quick. Even YAHAWAH spoke about this. Let's get it real quick. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth his son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. This is YAHAWAH speaking. Somebody might say, well, how do I know that? Let's get it. The meaning of discipleship. The disciples is not above his master nor the servant. So this is YAHAWAH speaking all of these things about discipleship, right? And he's going into detail, letting people know, think not that I come to send peace on the earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword, right? And he goes into all of this. So Matthew 10:37, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. So if you love your son or daughter more than you love the Most High Yahawah, you're not worthy. And we can clearly see right here in Genesis 22 that Abraham did not love his son more than he loved the Most High. Because he did what? And Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to kill his son. And the Malach of Yahawah called unto him out of the Shemayim and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here I am. And he said, lay not the hand. Don't put your hand on that child. Because Abraham was finna kill him. He was finna slay him. Which goes what? To what YAHAWAH said. If you love your child or you love your son more than me, you not worthy. And he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. So Abraham understood all of this right here. He was willing to sacrifice his own son, his own child, for the Most High. See, a lot of days, kids, they think they're precious. They think that there's something special. Listen, the only thing in this world that's special, the only thing in this world that's worthy is the Most High Yahawah. And when it comes to him, nothing is above that. Abraham understood that. That's why he did what he did, and he was willing to sacrifice his son, right? He was willing to sacrifice his son. Now, let's get another one. I want to go into this. Genesis chapter 2. And I'm pretty sure you know this is the creation of man. We're going to jump all the way down to verse 15, right? And it says, and Yahawah, Allah, took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. And Yahawah, Allah, commanded the man. So the man that was created, which we know as Adam, he was given a command. And people say the commandments just came. Well, here in Genesis chapter 2, in the beginning of the Bible, he was given commands already. So, and Yahawah gave a command to the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die. Now let's go back. I'm going to read that one more time, and then I'm going to go back to James real quick. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. You shall not eat of the tree of good and evil. Remember, the Most High can't be tempted with evil. Say it with me again. Evil. Thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. Now watch what James said right here. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High Yahawah. For the Most High Yahawah can't be tempted with what? Evil. He can't be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man with what? Evil. But every man is tempted with what? Evil, when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Remember James 1:13, James 1:14. Then when the lust have conceived, it bringeth forth what? Sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Now let's go back to Genesis chapter 2. Right? But the tree of knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely what? Die. Meaning bring forth death. Right? Hopefully you get that. Now, let's go to the very next chapter. Chapter 3, the fall of man. Right? Everybody knows the fall of man. We're going to jump all the way down to verse 22. Actually, let me go up to 7. And then I'm going to go down. So we talked about dying, right? So this is the serpent. Let's get this. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahawah Allah had made. Subtle, more subtle than anybody. And he said unto the woman, have the Most High said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said to the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree that's in the midst of the garden, the Most High have said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you what? Die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for the Most High doeth know that in the day you eat of it, you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as what? Gods, or Elohayams, knowing good and evil. Did he lie? No. See, the devil plays with truth and lie. At this time, Adam, or Adam, and Hawa, which is Eve, they only knew good. They only knew what the Most High allowed them to know, which was righteousness, which was good. They knew no evil. They knew no wickedness. This is why the Most High told them, don't eat from the tree. They were a different type of being. We have all type of beings. We have celestial, terrestrial, human beings. We have different things, and they were a different type of being. But Hasatan, or the devil, told them, if you eat from this, you will be as a god. You will be like those, knowing good and evil. But the Most High didn't put that in us. He didn't want us to know good and evil. He only wanted us to know good. He didn't want you to know evil. Here it is, verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes. It was pleasant to the eyes. Now we know the eyes are what? The deceiver. So the eyes started to deceive her. And the tree to be what? Desired to make one wise. Now she wanted to be wise, and she started to desire it. Meaning she started to do what? Lust after it. She started to lust after it. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also to her husband with her, and he did eat. And look what it says. And the eyes of them both were open. As soon as they took this knowledge that was presented to them from this tree, from this vessel, their eyes were open and they knew that they were what? Naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. Now, the reason I want to focus on 7 is what? What? The first thing that happened is that they felt shame. This knowledge that they received from good and evil, the first thing that they ever felt as soon as they took upon this knowledge was evil. That's the first thing that they felt was evil and shame. It says they knew that they were naked. Let's get into this word naked. Of course, it's going to say you got to be careful with these things, right? You see it, the Strong H5903. So when you look at it, it just says naked, nakedness, naked, nakedness. The Strong's definition, it says nudity or nakedness, right? Naked, nakedness. So basically being butt naked, right? Bareness, nakedness, right? But let's get to the root of it. See, this is the beautiful thing about the Blue Letter Bible is the root word of the etymology. So let's get to the root, right? Not this word that they made up, but the root of what's being said here. Okay, now we get into some nitty gritty of it. Oh, so they became very what? Crafty. To take crafty counsel. To be crafty. To be subtle. To be crafty or become shrewd. Smoothness. To be cunning. Who is cunning in the Bible? This Hasatan, Satan. So they became just as he was. Very crafty, very cunning. To be cunning, usually used in a bad sense. Beware. Take crafty counsel. Oh, here it is right here in the Hebrew lexicon. To make naked, right? They said they were naked. They knew that they were naked. To make naked. Be naked. To uncover. Spiteful. Feasting one's malevolent mind. Malevolent. And let me see and make sure I'm saying that right.
Malevolent.
Having or showing a wish to do evil to others. This what came into them. As soon as they took from the tree of good and evil, the knowledge of good and evil, and they knew that they were naked, this is what they are talking about. Okay? Their minds transformed. The evil came into them. It made them crafty, sly, conniving, liars. Their whole mind was messed up. Having or showing a wish to do evil to others. That's the mindset that people have right now today. That they want to do evil to others. Spiteful. They make their counsel crafty. Trickery, conniving, backbiting. All of these things to get whatever it is that you're trying to get in this world. So let's go back to it, right? Genesis. They knew that they were naked. You see what that meant. Their eyes were open, as it says, and all of these things entered into them. All of this evil. This is why in 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 30, it says, for the grain of the evil seed have been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning. This is the beginning. Genesis chapter 3. This is the beginning. And how much ungodliness have it brought up unto this time. Even in today, 2024, they are still ungodly. They are still evil. We are a evil people. Say it with me again. Evil nation of people. Genesis chapter 3. Now I'm going to go down to verse 22. You can read the rest for yourself if you want to. But I'm going to jump down to verse 22. Okay? This is after the Most High came and everything. They told the Most High, and he basically now finna kick him out the garden. Now this is what I want to get to about how we were made gods, or Elohim. Remember, it was the devil. It was Hasatan himself that told Hawa, or Eve, that what? If she take from that tree, that she will be as one of them, knowing good and knowing evil. And now today, from the day that they did that, we, as the descendants of Adam and Eve, we know good and evil because they took from that tree of knowledge. Verse 22, and Yahawah, Allah said, behold, the man is become as one of us. So the Most High Yahawah said that the man, Adam, has become as one of us, meaning we have became a God. We have become a Elohim, a power or powers, because the only power is Allah himself, which the word Allah means power. So we are Elohims, which means that we are powers. Why? Because we possess the knowledge of good and evil. The problem is that we don't have discernment. Discernment is what?
Discernment.
The ability to judge well. Your judgment is off. That's the difference between us and the Most High, because the Most High cannot be tempted with evil. James said it in 1 and 13. The Most High Yahawah cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man with evil. But our discernment is off because we don't judge well, because the evil seed has been sown in us from Adam because of Hasatan. And now we have this malevolent mind having or showing a wish to do evil to others. And James said that what? You can't be evil, or you cannot be tempted to do evil if you are of the Most High. But every man is tempted with evil when he is drawn away with his own lust and enticed, just as Hawa was, or Eve was. So I hope you see this. From Genesis all the way to Revelation, it's saying the same thing. The man has become as one of us to know what? Let me highlight all this. To know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. So the reason we got kicked, or the reason we got banished from the garden, was because the Most High Yahawah did not want Adam to eat from the tree of life and be like this forever. Because that's not the way he made us to be. He didn't make us to be evil, or have this malevolent mind, or not have discernment for good. We didn't even need discernment because all we knew was good. But now we are, as we like to say, gods or Elohims, knowing good and evil. So the Most High put us out the garden, kicked us out the garden, because he didn't want us to eat from the tree of life and live like this forever. Therefore, Yahweh Allah sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the garden a cherubim, and a flaming sword was turned every way to keep the way of the tree of what? Life. Just so Adam or Hawa couldn't try to double back and eat from that tree, and we be left with this evil seed. Say it with me again. Evil. This evil seed inside of us for eternity, forever. See, so the Most High, even in the wickedness that we committed that day, he still loved us and showed love because he put us out the garden. Why? So we wouldn't be like this forever. This is why it's important what Yahawashi was talking about in John chapter 3. Let me get it. This is why it's important. When Yahawashi was talking to here go the internet. When Yahawashi was talking to Nicodemus about this evil seed that has been sown in Adam, we have to go back. We have to go back and understand this evil seed that have been sown in Adam. This is why he said you got to be born again. The new birth, right? You have to be born again. You have to have the new birth. Yahawashi answered and said unto him, truly, truly, I say unto him, or say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. Why? Because you have that evil seed in you. You have what? That malevolent mind in you. You want to do evil. You want the lust. You want the ways of the world, the flesh. Right? Let's get another one real quick. Let's see. What is it? Here we go. 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Why? Because you have a malevolent mind. You have been altered from this seed from way back in Genesis because of the tree of good and evil. And you are living in evil. You lack the discernment, the ability to judge well. If you had the ability to judge well, this is what John is talking about. Love not the world, because John is judging well. He's using discernment. He's using his discernment through the Spirit. And he's saying, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Remember, they were cast out. Genesis 3. So he drove out the man and placed, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden a cherubim, a flaming sword, which turned every which way. What? To keep the way of the tree of life. Verse 23, therefore Yahweh Allah sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to do what? To till the ground. That's your punishment on earth. To till the, so why would you love to till the ground? Why would you love this earth and you were sent forth to till it? This is what he's talking about. If you love this world, then this is why he says the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world is what? The lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride. And the pride of life is not of the Father, but of this world. And the world that you know it, the earth that you know it, is dying. It's dying every day. And the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High Yahweh, you will abide forever. Why? Because he has promised us eternal life from the tree of life that he kicked Adam out and Hawa out of the garden so they wouldn't take of it and live this evil life forever. How gracious is he? This is why it's talking about in 2nd Ezra, this evil seed. I hope you can see this. This is what it's talking about. Let me get another one. This is Psalms. This is the classic. Hopefully it go through. Psalms 82. The classic. So we have to use discernment. We have to have understanding, the ability to judge well and know what it is that's being done here, right? Let me get this one before I close out. Psalms 82, verse 6. And this is what he's talking about right here. And ye have said, ye are what? Gods. Ye are what? Gods. Or Elohaims. And all of you are children of the Most High. That's Psalms 82. Now, in that, did I have John 10 pulled up already? Let me see. No, I didn't. I thought I had it. It's the same thing. Remember Psalms 82 and 6, right? It's the same thing. Remember that. John 10 we going to. But remember Psalms 82 and verse 6. If I have said ye are gods or Elohaims, and my internet is tripping, but just bear with me, Salakia. I'm going to show you where Yahawashi quoted that in Psalms 82. Yahawashi, when he was on the earth, he quoted that, right? And it says right here, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High Yahweh, and the law that endured forever. This is why the law endureth forever, because these are the instructions that he has given us or gave us to turn us from this malevolent mind, to give us what? Discernment, that we may have the ability to judge well, because as a people, we were just lost. After Adam did that, we were just lost. This is why it says, and the law that endureth forever, all they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. This is what it's talking about. Ye shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, or O Israel, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light. Walk in the presence of the light. That thou mayest be illuminated. Give not thy honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing to the Most High Yahweh are made known to us. Salakia, are made known to us. Who was it made known to? Israel. Let me get this in John 10 real quick. About ye are Elohaims, or ye are gods. This is why we are this. Yahawashi answered them, many good works have I showed you from my Father. For which of those works do you stone me? The Jews answered him, saying, for a good work we stone thee not, but for blasphemy, and because that thou, being a man, maketh thyself God. Yahawashi answered them, is it not written in your law in Psalms 82 and 6? Once again, Yahawashi went back to the law. Is it not written in your law in Psalms 82 and 6? I said, ye are gods. If he called them Elohaims, or God, unto whom the word of the Most High came, and the scripture cannot be broken. See, Yahawashi was something cold. And the scripture cannot be broken. So we are gods. We are Elohayams. It goes all the way back to Genesis when the devil, or Hasatan, with Eve, said, if you eat from that tree, you shall be like one of them. So when we were first created, we were not created to be like one of them. But in our fall, we became as one of them. We became as a Elohayam. We became that through our fall. And we know now good and evil. The problem is that we don't have discernment, and we're not using the discernment that the Most High has given us after we failed. This is why he gave us laws, statute, and commandments, that we may have discernment through the Spirit and have understanding through the Spirit, that we may have understanding through the Spirit to have discernment, to know the ability to judge well between good and evil. To judge between good and evil. The discernment is off. Our people are off. The whole world is off because they love the world and they do not love the Father. So yes, we are Elohayams. Yes, we are gods. But remember, if you are a Elohayam and you are a God, then you have a duty, as James said, that the Most High Yahawah cannot be tempted with evil. Cannot be tempted with evil. And since we are gods and we know what good and evil is now, you shouldn't be able to be tempted with evil. That's what really walking in the Spirit and walking with the Most High Yahawah and his Spirit, that's what it truly is. You shouldn't be able to be tempted with evil through the Spirit. Hopefully this was edifying for you. I'm going to get ready to close out. Did I get all that in Baruch? Yeah. Listen, it was made known to us, Israel. O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing to the Most High Yahawah are made known unto us. And I'm so happy that this was made known to us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. Be of good cheer, people. To my brethren, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, I say, Shalawam, Kwam Yasharala, giving all praises to our Abanawi Yahawah, Kahala Yahawah, Bahashama Mashiach Yahushai, Barakatham, Shalawam.
Till I heard the prophets prophesy.